Hey guys, MD Prepper here. This time a non-knife gun review. This time on oil lanterns. A must-have addition to any type of bug-in type situation. Oil lanterns, been around for a lot of years. Very cheap, very affordable. Work extremely well. These things will burn on several types of fuel. Good stuff. Can't say enough good things about these. Got several of them. Got a lot of them spread around the house. We're going to review two types. The hurricane lantern here, which is the best type, I would say, overall. And your kind of standard tabletop furniture style on the top of your furniture and all that. Lantern for reading at night and lighting the way, that sort of thing. We're going to review both of these, but first one I'm going to just briefly touch on the standard glass style, glass upper, glass lower, metal style control here on the bottom side. These are good. These produce a lot of light for in the house and seeing your way around. But these are meant for stationary positions. These are meant for sitting on tabletop, middle of the table, that sort of thing. My great-grandmother and great-aunt used these in their old farmhouse for a lot of years until they finally passed away. My great-aunt dying about a year ago. She used these up until the day she died. Good stuff. In a power outage, which she lived at way out in the country on a small farmhouse, so this worked real well overall. Does the job. But overall, this is probably not the most practical. It's cheap, maybe $5-6 at Walmart. All glass construction, no carry handle, anything like that, so it's going to get hot once you're using it, so probably not the best overall. It's good, it does the job, nothing wrong with it. I've got a lot of these. I've got them spread around the house, got one in the bathroom. If the power goes out, just to light up, see the way, that sort of thing. Have them throughout the house, any kind of tabletop, all that. Maybe not the best decoration for a modern style home, but does the job in a farmhouse, that sort of thing. Got your oil down here in the bottom. Now let me talk about the oil here for a second before I move on. We're going to use the red version of the hurricane lantern here. On it says, warning, use kerosene lamp or citronella oils only. The kerosene, I don't tend to carry a lot of kerosene and store a bunch of that around the house just because kerosene heaters are pretty dangerous. I prefer some other styles. We're going to talk about that after a while for home heating and all of that. If you carry kerosene, that's fine. If you stock it, no problem with that. I prefer lamp oil. The citronella oil is only recommended for outdoor use. The noxious effects of the citronella are great for keeping bugs away, but it's not something you want to be exposed to in a confined condition indoors. So don't think I would use citronella in these. I would use citronella on outside type lighting and all of that. This is good indoor-outdoor lighting. Don't know if I'd want to have to deal with the citronella in one of these and have to drain it out and switch it out to standard lamp oil, all that sort of problems. Now, the hurricane lanterns come in two colors, at least that I can find, the red and the black. This is obviously a red one. Go figure. I had to take that one out of the plastic. We're going to talk here about the black one. I like the black better. Looks really cool sitting on my mantle. I keep this one on my mantle all the time just because I like the looks of it and I like to know where in the heck it's at. I, of course, keep a lighter and some matches nearby in case I need to light it. I only recommend you keep this thing half full. You've got your little cover here to access your fuel oil. There's a line here for halfway. This one's probably only a quarter full right now. I probably need to refill that here shortly. Anyway, real well made. It's cheap. It's $5-6 at the most at Walmart, but it will get the job done. This does the job just as well as the stuff my grandfather carried on the farm over the years and used in his barns and workshops, all that sort of thing. Little carry handle up here, which is good, I guess, for carrying around if you're pointing at things, but what is better is this little bale style handle here with a little cutout at the top, if you can see that right there, for hang on nail, that sort of thing to suspend while you're doing other things, give you some light. This does not offer quite as much light as your all glass version, but overall general purpose for a lights out type situation, power outage, that sort of thing. I prefer this better. It's called a hurricane lantern because you can carry it in a hurricane. The way this thing is designed, you've got some air holes here at the top and some air holes around the base here. Don't know if you can see the holes right there. No direct wind is going to hit this thing. It's going to get plenty of oxygenation. It's going to continue in any kind of lighting situation. Only thing you got to worry about is dropping it and breaking this glass globe around it. Works real well. Again, your hands aren't going to come anywhere near the highly heated parts of this. You can set this on a tabletop, anything like that, with the base. The base is not going to get hot because the flame is up here. Other than that, you have got your little lever here to raise your general apparatus there so you can get access to the wick on it. There's a little handle, spinning tool there to raise the wick up so you can get access to it and control the flames. We're going to light this up here for just a second or two in a small room. This is maybe 10 by 10, 12 by 12, something like that, and show how well this thing lights up the room. It's not the greatest. It's obviously not a 100-watt light bulb, but does the job. So let me light this up. There we go. And let me lower the globe. We're going to start on lower flame there and turn the lights off here for just a little bit. Alright, there we go. You say that's not much light. Well, it's not supposed to be. That's kind of your sleeper mode, if you will. That's what you keep it on if you need your light in the middle of the night when you wake up and don't want to have to fiddle around with matches or flashlights, that sort of thing. You keep it on a low burn. Now, here's what she can do. I'd say that's probably a medium flame right there. Medium high. And the high flame, which you can adjust as you need to. Just now, I apologize for the flickering of this light you're going to see. This is a newer wick, and it'll burn better after I burn it for a while. Let me cut it down to something a little more reasonable there. You say, that's not much light. No, it's not. But it's enough. In this 12 by 12 room or so, I can see everything I need to see. I can see the pictures on the wall, make those out. Pick out what books are on the bookshelves here on the other side, that sort of thing. Would I want to read by candlelight with this? No, I'd prefer an overhead light or a lamp, but in a lights out situation, this will work. You can put your book or whatever you're trying to read right here. You can see okay. Again, if you're older, got bad vision, maybe not as good, but hey, does the job just fine. Yeah, not for reading by candlelight. That's absolutely not what this thing is intended for. This is just to see your way when you're moving around the house or outside, that sort of thing. And it will do just fine for that task. So let me set this down, turn the lights on here. There you go. Now, one thing I would caution is when you put this thing out, it's going to smoke a bit and smolder a bit, so you're going to have some smoke. It burns fairly clean just like it is, but once you turn it out, you're going to have some smoke and smoldering. Doing that in a small room, bedroom, something like that, you may set off your smoke detector, maybe not. I would recommend, if you're going to turn this thing off and blow it out, that you do it outdoors or in your garage, something like that, just to save on having to deal with your smoke detector going off. Now, this version in particular, as opposed to the all-glass one, has a lot less smoke. There's some smoke there. Don't know if you can see that there, boys and girls. It's a fair amount of smoke, but not a tremendous amount overall. Very handy, very good to have around. Again, as we said, this thing burns on kerosene, lamp oil, and citronella. Lamp oil, only way to go with this indoors. You're going to have a lot less soot and all that up on your walls. Again, if you're using this short term, it's not going to be a big deal. You can get this lamp oil at Walmart for $6, $7 for, how much is it? 64 fluid ounces, or 1.89 liters. I've not done the math on how long one of these will burn with that level and amount of fuel. I should probably do that, but for general purposes, you have a couple of these around the house, you're good to go for most situations and low light situations, because you're not going to burn this all the time. You're going to need to, only at night when you're awake and having to do things. Another addition you absolutely have to have with these, it comes with a wick in place, you need some accessory wicks. These are from Walmart for hurricane lanterns and oil lamps. They work with both styles. 5 wicks, very long wicks, they'll last you a long time. 5 wicks ran me $2 to $3. Can't remember the exact price, but it could not have been over $3 a piece for a pack. So I've got several packs of those around just in case I need them. Hurricane lantern. Old-fashioned, if you're watching the old school movies, you say, well, I don't need that, I got flashlights. Well, okay, but what if your flashlight batteries die? What if you haven't replaced them? This will get the job done. Again, and if you're using this in the long term, having a low burn, low level flame is going to be useful for adding a piece of tinder, something like that, to light it up, to transfer to a fire, that sort of thing. Fire is a lot more useful overall in a lot of cases than just your standard light. Fire's a good thing. You do a lot with fire. This is a good way to keep a fire burning in any type of situation. It's not going to provide a tremendous amount of warmth. Maybe in a small situation, if you're camped out in your bathroom during a tornado, this would be okay, I guess. If it's cold out, that sort of thing, it's fine. Again, $5 for the apparatus, either this one or the glass, and about $5 for a jug of fuel. A couple bucks for some extra wicks. This thing's going to last you a long time. I have actually used these personally in several lights out, power outage situations, and they've worked fantastically well. I've actually caught up on some of my charting and my paperwork and all that using the light of this, just when I was sitting around in the middle of the night bored, waiting for the power to come back on. I sat there and in the low light did my paperwork. Was it the best? No, but it did the job. Again, oil lanterns, a wonderful must-have style lantern. Very useful, much longer term, easier to use than a lot of your little propane burner lanterns and all of that. Because what if you don't have propane? You can always use your citronella oil, your lamp oil, etc. Of course, it's the same oil you can use in tiki lamps and tiki torches, but that's another topic for later. This is a much better option, low price. MD Prepper out on the oil lantern review. Thanks, guys. Out.